Hey, I'm Michael Ray.
And I'm Carly Pearce.
And we're getting married.
We've known each other for several years, just living in Nashville, being artists, and I started playing radio shows with him and always thought he was very hot. And I did what any girl would do in this day and age, and decided to follow him on Instagram and started DMing him, direct messaging him, and anything that he would post, I would try to find some sort of connection to it, and we started talking. It led to texting, and one night we were randomly both in town and kept a plan several weeks in advance because as artists, you're never home, and he came over to my house.
It was just like an instant connection. Like, we talked for 4 hours of just, I felt like the whole conversation was same, no way. Yeah, no, yeah, we played there too, or yeah, I grew up on that. And I think she asked me, she's like, so what do you like to do for fun? I was like, I like to hang out on my back patio and listen to sad country songs alone, pretty much. Or sometimes I go to Nashville Palace, also alone, and listen to the old bands. And she's like, I love the Nashville Palace. I go, we won't go there. So we sat down at the end, and I was like trying to figure out a cool way to like put my arm around her. And she looked at me and I was like, oh, it's her. And it was that fast. And I knew that moment.
I have the same moment as well, where we looked at each other and it was just this very, very certain moment, more certain than I've ever had, of that is who you're gonna be with, and this is why nothing else has ever worked out.
I proposed on our first family vacation with her mom and dad in Tulum, Mexico. Her mom had a huge part in the whole proposal process and helped me get it all set up. So we had this perfect little private balcony deck area, and it's just overlooking the ocean, the whole deal. I had flowers being brought in and a private dinner and a photographer and a mariachi band because we were in Mexico, and I figured that'd just be cool. And just coincidentally, our balcony overlooked this deck. She's getting ready. Well, as she's getting ready, they're loading all these flowers on these tiki torches and these tables and these white sheets and curtains and all this stuff. And she's like, oh my God, look, someone must be getting married up there. And I was like, yeah, they must be. We're in the corner room, white flowers. From the door all the way down the stairs. To the left, you go right to the restaurant, left to the deck. We open up the door and she goes, it was very windy. She goes, the wind must have blown these flowers all in this alleyway. And in my mind, I'm going, yeah, the wind blew it up the stairs and to the right about 3 doors and just happened to land. So I'm like, okay, well, at least she has no clue.
I think the moment that I turned the corner and the flowers were still going in the direction that he was telling me, I think I was starting to go, okay, all that stuff that I just watched get put up and set up on that balcony is possibly for me. So I get up there and I'm like, okay, it's definitely for me. Okay, this feels like it's probably, and if it's not a proposal, he's gonna have to take me to the moon to propose to me because this is out of control and I'm gonna be mad if this is just dinner, and I got excited.
She said yes before I even asked. Because I was like, we talked about loving her, and here we are in Mexico, and I wanted it to be a trip we would never forget and one that we would always remember. And as I was getting down, as I reached for the ring in my pocket and get on her knee, she goes, of course I'll marry you. And I was like, I haven't asked you yet.
I was certain then.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting cut because it is short, and really short, but it has a lace piece that is sheer that goes all the way down to where my legs are exposed underneath, but it does touch the floor. And I'd never really seen anything like that. I've seen short dresses, I've seen long dresses, I've seen high-low dresses, but I'd never seen anything like that. I love lace, and I love elements of country, and I love elements of classy, and I love elements of boho, and I feel like it has everything. I think I thought I would have a V neck, and it goes all the way up to here and has sleeves, which I didn't think I would want sleeves. But it just is the most unique looking dress. I've never seen anybody ever have anything like it. So I didn't really think I was gonna have 2 dresses, but I was approached by Haley Page, who has made a couple dresses that I've worn at different award shows, and I'm a fan of what she does. And she offered to make me a wedding dress, but I'd already found the dress that I was gonna wear. She had this dress that I loved so much in her short dress collection that felt kind of like something that maybe Dolly would have worn when she got married, so it kind of has like a 50s vibe to it. Just feels a little more party-ish for when we go to the Nashville Palace after hours. At Drakewood Farms, we're getting married in the middle of this beautiful hill countryside in this kind of half open, half enclosed barn that is going to have drapes and hanging flowers and kind of a boho feel, rustic feel. When you walk on the property, it just feels like where I grew up in Kentucky, and it just has such a rustic country kind of wonderland vibe to it. We tried to keep it really small. When you do this for a living, I feel like you either have to go big or go really small, and we really just wanted it to be about the people that know us as Carly and Michael.
I hope that as they're walking in, they feel like 2 families are coming together as one. There's not like one side sits here, one side sits here. We want everybody to be together and create that unity that, you know, these 2 families are coming together.
We are gonna write our own vows. He's
For
definitely
sure.
gonna cry. He's the crier of the 2. Not that I'm not sentimental or emotional, but this one, he's we'll be sitting just talking about our wedding somewhere, and his eyes will get watery, and I'm like, are you about to cry? That's why I keep telling him he needs to see me before the wedding, but he won't.
I don't want to. I feel like that's such a special moment, and the fact that she is an only child, and I want her mom and dad to have that moment. I want her dad that's walking her down the aisle to have that moment, my family to have that moment.
We picked a local place in Nashville called Chef's Market that I, in my time in Nashville, have loved and think that their presentation is awesome. We are having not a traditional sit-down fancy dinner, I guess. We wanted everybody to feel comfortable, and so we're doing stations. The dessert, we're doing mini pies with Bluebell ice cream. So it's kind of southern, but relaxed. I really wanted a naked cake, which some people don't know what that is, but
I was one of those people. I had no clue what she was talking about.
A lot of the icing is gone, so it looks kind of bare and vintagey, and it'll have 3 tiers to it, and pretty basic, but it'll be pretty. I think our reception is a celebration of hopefully everybody just being happy and dancing and hanging out, and there's no specific tables, no specific areas that people have to sit. There'll be places for people to stand and drink and eat and come as you are and come and go as you want. We're gonna have more vintage style, mismatched silverware and dining ware, and then just all different kinds of things on the tables and lots of flowers hanging, and just a whimsical vibe.
My buddy, DJ Adam, that's been out with Dierks Bentley. He's a big DJ in Nashville. We wanted somebody that would keep the party going, but also that we can get together with and create a playlist. We're gonna meet with them and go through some songs. I think there's a couple songs that are special to us.
Jake Owen is going to sing his song Made For You for our first dance.
When it's your first dance as husband and wife, and to have that intimate setting, and with Jake singing it, you know, such a great singer and artist, and just really cool that I was excited and he was excited, and it all just really came together kind of naturally.
I think it's a really special song, and anytime you have like a live singer, it makes the song even more special, and it'll be a really special moment. I told my mom, she's a huge Jake Owen fan, so I told her she has to keep her distance. She can't be weird. In 50 years, I hope that we can look back on our life and be proud of the life that we built and proud of the good and bad moments that brought us there. I hope that in 50 years I can look at this person and love him more than I do now, which is a whole lot.
Hopefully there'll be another country couple that hopefully looks at our story and sees that through it all we still kept each other first and hold something very dear to both of us, and that is, our marriage.